Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the AI. I'm your host, Datadog, and today I'm going to be showing you a scalable multi-agent system workflow. What this does is it allows you to create multiple AI agents inside of one router, and then with the click of an @ symbol and the name of the agent you've created, you can call that agent to answer your question. Why this is important? You can create a travel agent, you can create a finance agent, you can create a budget agent. You can create so many agents and then in one workplace, access all those agents in one location. If you find value in this video, please like and subscribe. Join my YouTube channel where I'm continuously teaching about AI and I'm building these workflows for you step by step. I'm going to walk you through step by step what this is doing, but first let's describe what's happening. So this workflow enables you to initiate conversations with multiple AI agents at one time. It APIs to one router and has access to many different AI models. And within one router, you can create multiple agents so that you can call those by simply putting at the name of the agent you've created, and it will call that model. Each agent can be configured with a unique name and a system of instructions with different models. So within one router, we can give it instructions, we can give it different names, and we can use different models of how we're going to use it. This is very important because it's extremely cheap and it's very scalable. So how does this work? When you're having a conversation with this model, you can open your chat window here. And if you call at whatever you make, it will process that and call that AI agent. If you've noticed here, my AI agents cost me less than pennies to execute this. So it's really cheap to execute and it's highly scalable. Each one of these are custom to its own instructions. And once it goes through this, it's going to define the settings of the global AI. It's going to define the settings of the agent. And then it'll pass it through and it'll continue to update until we have the agent created inside of one router. Now, if you have multiple agents inside of one router, it's going to process that and it's going to process each agent one by one. So it's important that you use this intelligently so you're not burning your credits up. So now let's walk through what's happening. So first I've sent through a question and the question was at Mike, which is an AI agent that was created. What are the trends in YouTube? The next thing is it's going to format that. So what's happening in this node? So now that information has been sent to this first node. And if we notice here, the first node, we have some instructions here. I'm going to open this up. And now this is saying this configures the global settings. This includes information about you, the user, and a section of the system message that all agents will see. And a section that the system message and all assistants will see. Here is your opportunity. What I would like you to do is if you're going to recreate this, take a screenshot of this and put it in OpenAI and rewrite this. And what you would do is you would rename this name for each agent whenever you're going to change that AI agent. So if you want to change the agent to John, that's the name you would change. If you want to change it to something else, you can change it here. Once I've done that, I've passed through the agent here and that information has been sent through. The next agent, what's going to happen here is this agent is a configure agent. So this is the configure assistant and the number of assistants can be changed by adding or removing the JSON objects. This uses the OpenRouter model and names the convention. So we can continue to add more agents here, or we can just use the ones we have. The next thing that's going to happen is it is going to extract some mentions. So here is the code. So this is going to analyze the user message and extract the @ mention in order to appear in this order. If there are none, all assistants will be called at random. So this is going to take the @ message that you put into the first part of the message, and it's going to pass it through and tell it to call that specific agent. If it doesn't, it's going to go line by line for each agent that you have. Once that's complete, it's going to go to a set node, and this set node is going to provide you with the system message and the assistant's input. It gets merged together and it's going to hit your AI agent to produce your output. All of this is conducted in one router where you have here of some of the runs I've actually completed. So stay tuned for a step-by-step guide of how to build this out. So to first start out by building this multi-agent model, what you want to do is rename this. I'm going to rename this multi-agent. I'm going to put vid, and this allows me to know to delete it. With this complete, it saves automatically. And as you know, every n8n workflow starts off with a trigger. So we're going to start off with a chat trigger. This is going to allow us to chat with our model. So now we have our chat trigger open. Once we have it here, we can move on to the next node. At each spot, I'm going to show you how to recreate this with ChatGPT. I sell these at my school community and my different communities for $9. But if you want to recreate this, you can do it here. And I'm going to provide you all the steps of how to do this. The first thing you need to do is click this plus and then go here and click code. This code node is going to transcribe what you're doing. I'm going to paste it in here, and then I'm going to show you how to rewrite this code so that you don't have to pay the $9 if you wanted this. So to start out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this in, and I'm going to show you the window. So what I want you to do is, if you don't want to purchase this and you want to recreate this, what you can do is you can take this snapshot and you can take a picture of it from here down. Once that comes up, I'm going to copy this. So now that I have it pasted in ChatGPT, I'm just going to simply put rewrite this word for word. And now it will rewrite this code the way it's supposed to be. So now you can copy this and then you can paste it into your code node. I've already done that. So that's all you would have to do for this node. Essentially, what this node is doing is it's configuring the global settings for your AI agent in OpenRouter. It includes information about you. So what you would want to do is you would want to update this part for what you want this agent to do, the location, and who you are for what you need to do. So that needs to be updated per you, and it can't be, this needs to be updated per you, and it's not something that can be applied to everyone. This node is completed, we're going to move to the next node. This next node is also a code node, but it does something a little different. So this second code node, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to paste it in here. Again, this is your opportunity to take the screenshot. But what you can do is you can change this out. And what this does is this configures your assistant. So the number of assistants can be changed by adding and removing the JSON. So if you want to add more, copy this in. And what I would do is I would take this screenshot and just put it right here, just like this. And then I would copy this and paste it into ChatGPT. And then I would put rewrite this with 5 assistants and then give their task. But I'm not going to give it a task. I'm just going to rewrite it for 5 assistants, and you'll see this will update it to provide you more assistants. So now it gave you a better model, and now you have 5 of them. So now I would copy that and paste it in here, and now you have your updated version for this. I would copy that and paste it in here, and now you have your version for this node. Important things to note is that you're giving the agent a name, you're telling it what model to call, and then you're giving it instructions of what to do. Now, important to note is if you don't put the @Chad or @Claude or @Gamma, it's going to go line by line for each one of these. So you need to be very specific of how you're using this. The next thing that we're going to do once we have that complete is one more code node. Code is a very powerful node, and it can execute a lot of tasks for us. So this is the next code node, and I'm going to copy the information in here, and then we'll go through it line by line. So I'll give you multiple opportunities to take screenshots. Here's your first opportunity, but let's talk through what's happening. What this is doing is this is analyzing the user message and extracts the @ mentions. At mentions is the name of the person that you are trying to call or the agent you're going to call. And this is going to do it in the order that they appear. If there are none, it's going to call all assistants and we'll call them at random. So this is important to note. So this is your first picture opportunity to rewrite it. Then here is your next one. And then this is your last one. So that's everything you need to keep this moving. So now we have everything created and we're moving on to the next node. What we've just done is we've extracted who and what agent is going to call. But what we need to do is we need to run a loop. We need to run a loop. And what loop is going to do is it's going to send one piece of information through at a time. So there's multiple pieces of information. It's going to send one at a time through. So within this loop, I always like to delete this just because it gets annoying. And I'll start over with this thing and start with a if. So this is going to be a router. And what this router does is it routes the information to a true or false location. So I'm going to copy this in, and this is another opportunity for you to paste it. This is another opportunity for you to take a picture. So you want to take a screenshot of this and then have it rewrite it, or you can rewrite it, or you can just rewrite it because it's short. And then what you want to do is equal to 0, and this is completed. So once we're starting this loop, we need to go into the done. The done is going to allow us the ability to access a code node. And the code node is going to be the output and combining everything together. So here is your node. And what this does is it gets the array of information and then it provides it as an input. So with this code node complete, we're going to work on the true method. The true is going to get us some information. The true is going to go into an edit node. This edit node is going to set the user's message as an input. So the message that we've sent through as our message in the beginning, the message that we've sent here is going to be processed through, and it's going to be set as a piece of data here. The reason we need to do this is we're passing through information that's back here. And if we don't reset it, it's not going to be able to access this information. So as we're setting this up, all we need to do is have one field. This field is going to be the chat input. So we're going to name it as such. And then this is going to be the expression that needs to go here. And now this will be an opportunity for you to take a picture of it and rewrite it, or you can, just use your text and rewrite it that way. But this is what you want to put here, and this will pass through that information. With this completed, we'll move on to the next node. The next node is another edit node, but this is on the false part. And what this is going to do is this is going to set the last agent that messages as an input. So we're going to put the chat message. And this is what you need to put here. You can just put chat message one time. Chat input. And then we need to go into the JSON. And this is the expression that we're going to use. And then click expression. So this is how it would look. And then the next thing is we're done with this node and it will pass through the information we need. So again, this top one. So again, to explain what these two nodes are doing, this top one is sending the user message through, and the bottom one is sending the latest assistant. And the bottom one is sending the latest assistant message through. So they're two completely different things. The next thing we need to do is merge these together. So now we have a merge node. This is going to be 2 since we have 2 pieces of information becoming 1, or 2 arrays if you want to use technical language. And then this is going to call an AI agent. This AI agent is just going to access and route the information to the right appropriate location. And the way this is going to be set up is all you have to do is keep this the way it is and you're done. There's nothing you need to do because you're going to have it access the chat model. This chat model is the backbone of what works here. Typically, this is going to tell it what tools to use, but we don't have a tool in this method. What we're accessing here is the OpenRouter chat model. And if you don't know what OpenRouter is, it is a system where you have multiple AI systems in one location. So when I go into my OpenRouter and I click here, what we have access to is a bunch of models. You can have chats and you can talk to the rankings. So let's go to the models. Here's all the models you have access to. And in one location, you have some access to some free models. You have some access to some pay models, and there's different ones here you can use. So this is a very good tool. So to set up your OpenRouter credentials, what you want to do is just click this plus button and start getting your credentials. I'll link this in the description below, but inside the OpenRouter, you can go to the 3 dashes right here. You can click your keys. And once you do that, you can create a new API key. It's pretty self-explanatory after this point. So copy that API key, paste it here, and that will set up your credentials. With this completed, you want to change this to an expression. And you want to change it to this right here. And what this is going to do is it's going to tell it what model to use. So this is extracting the mentions and the models to use. This is red because we don't have any information coming through. But what is coming here is the extracts the mention and the models that are coming from our code node right here, number 1. So now this is complete. So now with this complete, we have that OpenRouter completed. We want to add a memory. So here's your memory. You want to just click the plus, Windows buffer, and you can make this 100 million if you wanted, but we'll add 99 and it is completed. With this complete, that is going to end our model. Everything is made, but there's one step we need to do. We need to have one more edit node, and this edit node is going to be a set the last assistant message. So this is going to send the last assistant message, the message that comes from the agent, and then it's going to send it through that false route. All right, so I'm going to copy and paste this so you can see what this means. But this is going to send that information back through the loop so that we can continue to get information from the other agents. So this goes down here, and what's going to happen here is this is going to go around and back into the loop. So now what happens is we ask it a question, it gets sent to the AI and the AI agent. The AI agent routes it to the OpenRouter, where it tells it what specific agent inside of the OpenRouter it wants it to access to that we've already created. Once it does that, it sends the information. The information is sent to the edit node, and that edit node sends it back through as a loop. And then it goes down to answer the next question. This is completed until it has the results, and then it sends it up to compile your answers in one location. The overall end of what you will have is this type of system where you can ask it a question and it goes through and answers your response by accessing those agents. Overall, this is what you will receive. So if you want access to this JSON, comment in the description below and I will send you the JSON completely free, or you can join my community and download it for $9. Thanks. I'm the Data Doc. Thanks. Bye-bye.